At some point in your life, you've probably thought to yourself, you've either been taught or you've heard that traveling is for the rich, it's for the wealthy. Maybe it's for the couples that don't have children yet. Maybe it's for the small families that don't have a ton of kids, maybe one or two, maybe three max. But I'm here to tell you that that's a load of malarkey. Okay, you've been fed a lie, and traveling is not for the rich. Okay, why do I say this? Because we're doing it. We're living proof of this. And there's many other families out there that are traveling. But it's some of these breaking the mindset and the mentality, and it's really ultimately a mindset switch that's really important here, okay? Knowing that traveling does cost money, right? It's not free. But there are so many things that you can do to make it affordable without breaking the bank or needing to be rich, okay? You can use credit card points to earn miles to fly wisely, as long as you pay off your credit card before the monthly bill is due and you don't rack up debt, okay? That is a great way to fly and save money. Another way is to use your travel points. Lots of people sign up for credit cards to get all these travel miles, and then you have to spend a certain amount within a certain like set amount of months, usually it's like 3 to 6 months, and then you just pay those things right off. Okay, use it as your, instead of your debit card going to the grocery store, getting gas, paying your mortgage, do your credit card and turn around and pay it off, because you already are going to be paying those bills. Okay, that is another way that you can do this really affordably. Also, not staying at the hottest and nicest resorts, that's going to help you too. And deciding whether an Airbnb or a hotel is going to cost more. If you do points through either IHG, Marriott, or Hyatt, whatever it is, stay in those chains and rack up those points to be able to travel more. That is another great thing that you can do. But no family should miss out on the opportunity to create lasting memories with their loved ones, okay? No one should have to sit at home. I get it. There are people that love to sit at home and spend time, whether you have like a pool at your house or a trampoline, or your kids just love to garden, or you're a homebody. There's nothing wrong with this. But everybody should know that if it's just a mental block and you think, or you've been told, or you've been fed into this lie, this myth, that like only the rich or people that are really well off and doing well can afford to travel, is not true. You can simply start by going to the beach and doing small saving hacks. Another thing to do is maybe stop going out to eat as much and shift where you have allocated your funds, shift it into a different set of priorities and to travel and save some money. Instead of going out to have drinks with your friends, stay at home and save that money. Instead of maybe you go out to eat every week, maybe you say, okay, maybe we're going to go out to eat only once a month and take that money and put it savings. Okay, so it's also about prioritizing where you're allocating your funds. Where do your priorities lie? Do you want to make sure that your family has a trip? Do you want to make sure that maybe y'all just stay at home for the summer? Whatever it looks like for you, just know that it is possible. And I think shifting your mindset is one of the crucial elements here to be able to make this happen. Okay, don't live with these false lies. Okay, we are a family of 6. We have 4 kiddos. We have traveled this year alone. We have traveled to Romania, where we're currently living. We have traveled to, obviously, the US. We will be traveling back to the US later this year for a really large family trip with like 30 other people. We have traveled to Hungary, Spain, Greece, and there's a few more coming that I can't share with you just yet. But just know that these things work. Now, ways that our family does it is we don't necessarily fly name brand airlines every time. We do Wizz. So through Wizz is a budget airline. We do budget tickets. And we do Wizz, like there's like a Wizz discount club for your family. And since there's 6 of us, it has saved us tremendously on the amount of money. Not only do we use the hotel points, we've also signed up for airline discount loyalty points where we continue to fly. Now, if you were flying through Wizz Air and discount ones, those aren't necessarily travel. It's not necessarily an option, but those are two different routes that you can use. You can do discount airlines, or you can sign up for airline points that when you're flying, try to fly with the same airlines and rack up those points, guys, and you can use them. It is a wonderful way to do that. But the last thing I want to see is families that have a desire and a passion and a want to travel feeling like they're stuck at home and that is not even a possibility, because it is possible. It is absolutely possible. Save up your credit card points. Only fly in the off season. Only travel when it's a shoulder season or off season. Maybe don't fly when it's the most expensive, especially if you're flying with a large family. Those tickets can rack up the fastest. So between your airline tickets and your accommodations, those are going to be your two biggest travel financial pinpoints, right? So that's why these points, these frequent flyer miles, the hotel points, all of these things in the season that you are choosing to holiday vacation in, all can make or break your budget on the trip. So if you are just starting out, I would highly advise to fly in the off season. Highly advised to plan your trip not in a peak. Either do a shoulder or an off season and utilize all of these points. Maybe you need to wait a year or two before you do this and save up all of these points, like your credit card points, just by paying all of your monthly bills and then paying your credit card statement off before it comes. Maybe you need to stay and you need to do that and be like really determined. Okay. Maybe you need to cut out some other social spendings and subscriptions, right? Like, do you really need HBO, YouTube TV, um, Prime and Netflix and all of them? They all add up. Maybe you just shave down some of your extra subscription cost and reallocate those funds into a future travel budget. Those are all things that we do, that we continue to do to be able to do this, okay? We don't spend extravagantly at home. We do more bare necessities and we allocate those extra funds that we have into traveling with our family. And that has freed us up so much because we quickly realized that it wasn't the items and the stuff that was bringing us joy. It was the living experience, the creating lasting memories, the moments where we were actively doing something as a family that pulled us together, created tighter bonds, created these memories that we'll have and cherish forever, that really do mean the most to us. So I want to encourage you to try that, okay? Try. You're not going to be great at this, getting the ball rolling, especially if you're new to traveling, but just know to find where your joy is being sparked is so fun. It's so special to know, like, wait a second, it's not 10 presents, 5 presents for my son or my daughter for their birthday. Maybe it's like 1 or 2, but it's a shared experience that they want to do. Maybe go play putt-putt together, go do laser tag, go to the beach, go to a cave and explore, and go for a hike with a fun picnic on a creek somewhere. Those experiences, we have found, really mean more than items and things do. And so on this journey, we have kind of become more of a minimalist, right, with our items. And we flew here with only 11 suitcases. So it is possible. You can do it. So just consider, realign, what are your priorities for you and your family? And can you maybe strategize your priorities and streamline and reallocate some of your funds to put it into what you really want to be doing with your family and what's going to mean the most to you? And if that is travel, then start thinking ahead for that and continue to follow in along with our channel and subscribe so that you can stay up to date on our travels and how to do this without being rich, okay? Because it's possible. Break this mindset and move forward to create these lasting memories with your kiddos while you still can, while they're in the house with you, before they grow up and fly the nest, okay? And not only that, you're creating these with your spouse as well, and which is, or for your friend group, whatever it is, but those are going to be some of your favorite, best takeaways.